Hello, my spider friends. Let's see how you're doing today. So we have the spider, of course, as your significator. That means your energy is in creator of prosperity through life's work mode, Dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring it to balance, playful creativity. Oops. Well, that makes sense, especially with one of these cards here, which we'll get to. These are the tea leaf cards, of course, and they are here to help you determine whether or not this is your reading. First of all, we have rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Next to it, we have cat, a two-faced friend. So apparently some sort of relationship has not gone well. I'm not going to say it's necessarily a friendship. It could be something else. Only you will know that. Then we have boat, money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. I would also put, commissions, bonus checks, that kind of thing in there. Significant ones, not the piddly little $100 ones, but something big enough to perhaps fund a vacation, since you have vacation right next to it. Or perhaps this vacation is referring to this playful time for playful creativity that you may be in need of. Especially since we have great personal sorrow. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. So, you have two references to this person, and I think that situation has been very painful for you. However, you do have the rainbow, even if there have been tears. Hopefully, the worst is over. And maybe a vacation would be a good way to start your recovery. All right, let's see what your tarot has to say. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. You can see that's the devil peeking out there, but not quite out. So we're going to put it back in and see if it comes out again. You're probably hoping it doesn't come out again, understandably. But let's see. Or I shouldn't say again. It didn't really come out by my standards the first time. We all make our own rules about how we do our readings. And if you do your own readings, I encourage you to do that as well. Tarot is a means of communication. And if it's not meaningful to you, then your readings won't be any good at all. There we go. Oh dear. Knight of Cups. And it looks like we have the Five of Pentacles trying to come out now. So Nine of Swords is about anxiety, worry. Nine of Swords in reverse could be about letting go of those anxieties finally, perhaps through meditation. Or it could be about the anxieties, be worried about the anxieties so much they're actually starting to manifest. However, you have the Nine of Swords in the uncertainty position. So you may be transitioning from one extreme to the other. Maybe you are learning to release those anxieties, as I said, through meditation, since that's what's come out here. We also have the Knight of Cups. I assume that's representing you. So perhaps you are someone who tends to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's not a Knight of Cups in reverse, so I'm hoping that you have some emotional regulation ability. But the Knight of Cups is not known for their reliability. And that is definitely at odds with the Spider. So now we have Justice in reverse. Perhaps you're anxious about something you have to take accountability for, responsibility for, and you don't want to. You're fearing the worst. Are you the one who's been unreliable? The unreliable, untrustworthy friend person? I don't understand why you have so much anxiety and fear, but there's a need to take accountability and a very much a fear of it. So perhaps you have been undependable, insincere, untrustworthy. The good news is you're aware of it now, so you can change, I hope. I hope you want to change. Knights are about action, but you have the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. You have tons of swords. I mean, even Justice has a sword. One of my favorite Justice images shows Justice balanced on the point of the sword. So, a lot going on in the mind. Very focused on thoughts, on being practical, realistic, trying to think your way through something, which is odd for a Knight of Cups. Meditation might really help you balance that out, but it does take a while. You almost had the Devil come out again. So, Four of Swords is not taking action. Four of Swords is a time of integration, retreat, resting. Not exactly recreation, but more like going on a retreat, like either a meditation retreat or some other kind of healing journey. But we also have the Ace of Swords, the aha moment, the inspiration, the revelation, the eureka moment. And perhaps that's already happened, perhaps that's something you're hoping for. I'm hoping for one more card. Maybe something about your anxieties. Well, I said something about your anxieties and the Queen of Cups popped out. So you being the Knight of Cups, the person on your mind being the Queen of Cups. this is most likely a imbalanced connection in some fashion. So, I mean, it could be a parent-child connection. Or, this being cups, it could very easily be something more romantic, although we don't have any romantic cards here. But definitely a lot of emotions being stirred up in this connection. The Queen of Cups has a lot of emotional intelligence. So they would be able to see through you. And they would wait for you to reveal who you really are. They're not going to act until they understand what's really going on. Perhaps this Queen of Cups is the one who's had the revelation. And that is really causing you, the spider person, a lot of anxiety. This is interesting. I thought we were going to have a reading about Dharma and purpose, and instead we have someone who is very, very worried about how somebody else sees them, thinks of them, feels about them. All right. Let's see what the universe has to say. Oh. So we're starting off with mice, illness, fatigue, deterioration, loss, filth, reduction, irritation, worry, anxiety. Sounds kind of like the Nine of Swords, huh? And then we have playing the field next to it. So perhaps this was a Knight of Cups who got around. And then we have glass heart, vulnerability, apologize, delicate, clear, sensitive, openness, transparency. I've recently heard some very interesting things about the difference between honesty and transparency. You can be honest and not be transparent. Transparency builds trust much better than honesty. But it can be very scary. One of the things about spiders that this card hasn't really mentioned is that they are afraid of being seen. It is one of their primary characteristics, whether they build nests or not. Spiders do not want to be seen. And now transparency is required. Being seen, being open, is being required of you, perhaps. And this feels extremely vulnerable. Makes it very delicate. All right. Again, we have illumination and enlightenment. This Ace of Swords idea of the eureka moment, the aha moment, the revelation. I'm not going to jump into celebration with this one, not yet. There is growth potential for you. If you had any doubts about it, I mean, I didn't have any doubts about it. Everybody has the potential to grow and evolve and become more than they were. I'm not saying it's easy or fast or comfortable. Definitely not comfortable. But small beginnings, big results, hope, hidden possibilities, more than meets the eye. Here's a nice one. Dark to light, revolution, courage, fully engaged, forge ahead, stand up for truth. Hopefully you'll stand up for transparency too. Communication, yeah. Okay, so if this is something that you want to change, rebuild, fix, I mean, this is the universe's perspective, so I'm not sure that you do want to, because it's not really coming out. There's a lot of concern about it, a lot of thinking about it. But it's not clear to me that there's a desire to do anything about it. Or so probably doing something about it will require a great deal of growth and change. It will take time and effort, sustained effort. So this suggests it's possible. We have communication, integrate, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. Okay, this is the second time this has tried to come out. In fact, this time it succeeded. Sort of like the devil on the other deck, but this one succeeded, which is nice. It's a new beginning. Becoming, returning to your true self. Whether you are male or not, I see it as a card. I see both the boy and the girl card as returning to a more innocent, childlike, but not in the sense of immaturity, more in the sense of letting go of a lot of old emotional baggage. It really frees you up and changes how you move through the world and relate to others. However, we have a third person involved here. We also have the snake. Deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment, seduction, counterproductive. And I'm going to need some clarification on this one. What is this snake about? Who is the snake person, or what? So, this snake situation, deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstabbing, toxic, silent treatment, has acted as a disruptor, has completely changed the course of things, and now there is a need to find the right direction, the true direction. To find your way, know where you're going, explore, discover your life path. Finally, the life path appears. Here's the spider. It should have appeared first thing. Ugh. Perhaps finding your life path will help you sort things out. I'm sorry, I was picturing this card in my mind. I was wondering if it was going to come out. Oh my gosh. Jeez. So, obviously, the snake card reminds me of this card because they have the same shape to them. You know, this and the snake, you can see it yourself. They're serpentine. They're both serpentine. And I think what's happened is this betrayal, like I said, it's completely disrupted the course of your life. Now you're trying to find your way. You're engaged in self-discovery, personal growth, and it's a long process. It is a long road, a long and winding road. It will double back on itself. Sometimes you'll feel like you are backtracking and losing ground, and other times you will feel wonderful. You are making progress, and you can feel it and see it, and it's wonderful. But patience is needed. Use tact, explore, take it slowly. It is an adventure. Perhaps the vacation that was referred to in your tea leaf cards is not a vacation, but simply this journey of self-discovery and self-development, evolution, if you prefer. Finding your true north, finding your inner compass. Always a worthwhile goal. So perhaps I think this is how your life was before. This may not be, it may not be an event so much as a way of life, a toxic way of life that you were engaged in some way. And now it's been completely disrupted and you're headed off into something completely new and different. Rethinking your priorities right there, see? It's not a detour though. Although it may be sending you away from a conventional life. It may be sending you away from everything you thought was how things had to be, the dogma. This is interesting. Perhaps this is your path. I'm not quite sure. I mean, you will probably know better than I would, but it says, it's the megaphone. It says go, well, that's actually a gramophone. But go public, be heard, shine, spotlight, publish, amplify, broadcast, wider audience, speak up, increase visibility. Bold, major announcement. I think you're being called to be heard. Maybe to call out this, whatever this was to you. Your belief system, your collective consciousness, your programming. It's time for you to call it out so that others can find their way too. That sounds like Dharma. It did land on top of your life path. So there's your life path. Go public, be heard. Shine a spotlight on this, whatever this is that, I mean, you've got the mice and the snake together. Okay, wow. All right. So your life has taken a turn, a big turn. Or maybe you simply want it to take a big turn. But it looks like you are definitely being called to do that. It may have something to do with bad habits, vices, addictions, because the devil kept wanting to come out. But with this child, this is a sense of being reborn into something new, something lighter, a new perspective on life, on yourself, a new beginning. All right, let's see. I really feel like going with the Shaman deck today. They don't usually all fly out like that. And you've got 4 cards. It's more than I was hoping for, but let's see what they have to say. We have Fire, Pachamama, Giveaway, and Thunder. Okay, so 19, 23, 40, and 56. Starting with 19. Fire, the essence. Fire consumes anything that it touches. The flames remind us of the impermanent nature of reality and how situations can quickly transform into beauty or chaos. Fire is precision, and its dancing flames invite us to reach to the sky. Warmth and light are heavenly, yet too much heat can scorch us. To fully step into the energy of fire is to be utterly transformed, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. The invitation: warm your hands and your heart by your inner fire. Let it burn away your hardships. Let it consume your pain and your sorrow. Has life become too rigid, too cold, or too superficial? Light a candle or make a bonfire and toss into the flames everything that has become stiff and painful. Give it all to the fire for rapid transformation. Set your life on fire. Don't take that literally. The medicine. Are you feeling too fiery? Have you been reactive and short-tempered toward others? This card has come to tell you that all fiery emotions directed at others can backfire at you. It is not a good idea to play with fire when you are out of balance or angry. Now is not a time to act or react. It is time to tame and befriend your inner fire so it does not scorch you. That was honestly a little disturbing. All right, let's go to the giveaway. 23. The essence. The giveaway is the gift you offer to life without attachment, without expecting anything back. You can only give what is truly yours: a smile, a nod of encouragement, a gentle touch, and a kind word. This is not giving to others what you no longer want, like the sweater that no longer fits, but gifting that which is most precious, your authentic love and genuine feelings. The invitation: make a list of 10 people and things for which you are grateful. Connect with the feeling of gratitude. The giveaway comes to ask you to feel the same gratitude without needing anyone or anything or anyone to inspire it, and to share this gratitude with those you meet. As you offer thanks, your heart opens and you start realizing how much life has given you. You heal your feelings of scarcity and open yourself to the abundance that surrounds you. The giveaway invites you to be in the flow of life as you give freely and receive freely. The medicine. Is it difficult for you to set limits on how much of yourself you give? If you give more than is healthy, then you will not be able to give for long. You'll feel resentful with your partner or associates, or you'll feel like the world owes you something in return. Notice if you give for any reason other than pure generosity. Are you trying to be liked or accepted? Are you hoping to heal an old wound? Start giving to yourself first and foremost. Offer yourself the care, the love, the time, and the acceptance that you are longing for. Once you experience plenty, then you can truly give to others. Okay, next we have 40 Pachamama. The essence. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. The invitation, you are a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous, regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting the ocean. The medicine. You still believe that you have been cast out of the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless. You suppose that you need to work very hard to survive or thrive. It is time to stop suffering. Let go of that old myth and realize you were given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for you. Walk in beauty and honor all life. 56. Thunder. The essence. Legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tensions in a situation are called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything. Both awesome and frightening, when thunder arrives, it is also a wake-up call, one that you will not soon forget. The invitation. When thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. The medicine. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It is time for an about-face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. All right, my friends. It sounds like there's a lot going on for you, a lot for you to sort out. I am wishing you all the best. Till next time.